The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both the TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. My name is Alex Cimoooooooo, and I have ulcerative colitis. Ulcerative colitis is a chronic inflammatory disease that affects the lining of the colon, causing the formation of small sores and ulcers, as well as a plethora of debilitating symptoms. I've lived with this miserable disease for 15 years, and there does not yet exist a cure. That's why for the month of December, I'm helping raise both money and awareness for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation so that no one has to suffer like I have. For every milestone achieved through your donations, I'll be making dedicated videos for your enjoyment. All proceeds will go directly to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Click the links down below to donate now and to learn more about my story with ulcerative colitis. Together, we will find a cure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the Xyz era, and hopefully we pull some Xyz monsters, because I feel like whoever does is going to be at a significant advantage in every one of these episodes, because they're so easy to make compared to synchros, but you obviously have to have the cards to make them as well. So 24 packs of Photon Shockwave coming right up. Let's see what we get in our first pack here. So a couple of interesting cards here. Monster slots may actually be like this weird card that is kind of viable, just because typically we play cards that are all the same level, because like level 4s are usually just like the best, but obviously it depends on the situation. Ego Boost is a nice battle trick. Heartfelt Appeal is a really weird card where when you take damage directly, you can take control of a monster your opponent controls. So this helps you not die potentially, depending on the circumstances. So we'd have to see. This is a card to like potentially play around, I think.
Feels good to have broken the loss streak, and in a compelling fashion too. I'm looking forward to today's episode. Photon Shockwave isn't one of the greatest sets of all times in terms of sealed play or in terms of its impact on the game, flashbacks to Dino Rabbit. But it's special to me because I remember going to my local game shop in Portland, Guardian Games, way back when, and entering the sneak preview and playing sealed there. And so I'm looking forward to opening this up and reliving those memories. Let's see if we can get some cracked Evil cards to beat Alex with. Alright, starting with Gishki Beast, I think this card can summon itself from the graveyard, so that's alright, but without any other Gishkis, not a lot to do with it. Mirror Mail is a really terrible battle trick, if I remember correctly. I'm actually going to have to read a lot more cards if I am going to be ready for this episode. Yeah, when a face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack, its attack becomes equal to that of the attacking monster. This is basically just Brissengammon, but it's exactly Brissengammon. We also get the ninjas in here. Well, kind of. We get some ninja cards. Senior Silver Ninja is in here. Let's take a look at Sealing Ceremony of Suiton and see if it's worth running. Shark stickers could be interesting. There is a good fish strategy in here, at least good as far as things you can get out of Photon Shockwave, I suppose.
Some interesting stuff in our second pack. The Evil Tiles and like the whole like Evol line of cards debut in Photon Shockwave. This might be the move, assuming we get a high enough density of these cards to actually play, because they have some pretty good effects. This, if it's killed by battle, actually just special summons one of our Evil Sores, I think, so that's pretty good. Zen Malfunction is like a weird sort of Monster Reborn effect that, for all intents and purposes, just gives us a way to like have tribute fodder, so that's pretty nice. Icy Cravat boss is like kind of removal, and DD Telepon's like an 1800 defender. We got an Xyz gift ultra rare, but let's be honest, unless we get Xyz monsters, we're not even playing this.
Next pack, Deep Dark Trap Hole is interesting. Not sure if we're going to make much of it. Wind Up Warrior, however, is genuinely good. I believe this goes up to 1800, or is it 2000? It goes up to 1800 and it gains a level, which is okay. I don't think we get any rank 5 Xyz though. Here's Watt Cancel, a pretty good card. I am hoping to pull out 3 copies of Watt Cobra. I think that card is legitimately good in this set. And then Needle Sunfish is probably pretty good. I'm gonna be real with you. The stat lines in this set cap out extremely low.
Mirror Mail is a really weird card because it sort of makes it that you can have removal at the cost of a 2-for-1, which isn't exactly ideal. Needle Sunfish is a card that can weaken opponent's monsters when it's killed. So there's just a lot of really weird situational type cards in the set that's going to make deck building a bit difficult.
Pack number 3, Xyz Territory as a rare, not ideal, nor is Champion's Vigilance, but Ego Boost is extremely good. This card gives your monster 1000 attack when it battles. We also got a Watt Cobra, which is good, and Wind Up Bat is like really bad Wind Up Kitten, and that's probably good enough when it comes to some of the bigger monsters. We're going to have to see if Alex is on things like Tribute Summons in order to make this worthwhile, or Xyz monsters, but if so, we will definitely be on the Wind Up Bat. Gem Turtle. This card is, it's a 2000 defender. Yep, Rabbit Dragon, however, is genuinely good because it's so hard to find outs for things in this set. If you can stick a Rabbit Dragon, you're probably in good shape. Tribe Shocking Virus, also probably pretty good in a similar way to that one elemental energy card that lets you banish a card from your hand to block attacks from a particular monster type was. Tribe Shocking Virus, because we'll be in the mirror match, will probably have some pretty good things to be done with it.
This pack, Creepy Coney, is okay. It's a 1900 defender that can possibly do burn. Kage Takage is good if we pull a rank 4 Xyz monster, which we still have yet to do.
Pack number 5, Evelsar Diplo is pretty good because it's a 1600. Laval Duel Slasher is actually interesting. I'm going to take a look out for some tuners because this isn't easy to get out 2400 if we have the tuners and fire non-tuners to make it with. A Traffic Control is also funny because it's just a really garbage floodgate. A Corno, also interesting if we need to get double tributes or something like that. This plus Pinecono can get us there. There are also some really bad rank 1 Xyz that we could potentially go for. Rip Prior of the Ice Barrier.
Well, there's an Xyz monster. Unfortunately, it's probably one of the worst ones. Baby Tiragon, I mean, we'd have to play level 1s to even go into this, but I don't even know if that's worth it. Fiery Fervor is like an interesting little trick that is actually probably worth playing.
Icebond, now this is an interesting card. Icebond says if a non-water monster, and there aren't very many water monsters to go around here, is normal or special summoned while you control a water monster, change that summoned monster to defense position. So if we can stick one of our shark monsters and then land an Icebond, we're in awesome shape. Also, look at Gagagigo there. Guy's drippy. Next pack, we have Photon Booster. I don't think I've read this card in my life. Target a level 4 lower light monster on the field, except a token. The attack of all monsters currently on the field with its name become 2000 until the end of the turn. That's pretty good. There are some good light monsters in here, so I'll keep a lookout for those. Luminize is also a really good card for light monsters. So we've got a lot of incentive to run lights. I'm just not sure what light monsters we have to run. We'll have to keep our eye out for those too.
Oh, there we go. Wind Up Knight's actually a solid monster to pull because A, it's an 1800 level 4. B, it has the ability that when a Wind Up would be attacked that counts himself, you can just negate the attack once while he's face up. So it's not like amazing, but it's like better than like pretty much everything else we pulled up until now. Of course we pull the fucking ghost rare Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Are you fucking kidding me? It's weird because I think tribute summons might actually be pretty good because there's a lot of defenders that are 18, 19, 2000. And so while I don't know if it's worth having a 2 tribute monster, I mean, this is one that we could potentially play, and this thing is gigantic. Back to back! We just got back-to-back fucking ghost rares. Are you serious? I mean, I'm kind of tempted to play them now just because we pulled them, but we'll have to see what the rest of our pulls look like. This is unbelievable.
Rescue Rabbit is so good, but so bad in this set. It does nothing for us because it has to summon level 4 or lower normal monsters, and the only one that we can do that with is vanilla, and we don't have anything to do with vanillas. So sick to see this card though. Absolutely ruined a format. That's also our third Mirror Mail and our second Rabbit Dragon. That's pretty good, as is One Day of Peace. Next pack, Wind Up Knight. Now there is a good light monster. It's 1800, it can block an attack, and it is light. That is good stuff. I don't think I've seen a tuner yet, so Laval Dual Slasher might still not be great, but we've got a lot to enjoy here. Wind Up Bat, also solid. About a third of the way through, not really a lot to talk about in this set. I haven't seen many monsters with good attack stats besides Wind Up Knight. I'd love to see a few more of those. Tribe Shocking Virus, again, not bad. Laval Lance Lord might be our #1 normal or tribute summon in this set. Fiery Fervor, if I remember correctly, is also really good. Yeah, so Fiery Fervor equips to a monster you control. If your opponent controls a monster with a higher attack than that monster's original attack, then your monster gains double its original attack. So this card is going to be really good for outing some things on the board. Oh wait, I misread that. This card is only good if your opponent's monster has gained attack. Ooh, not good.
Tribe Shocking Virus is an interesting card. It's not Tribe Infecting Virus, but it is a way to potentially actually kill stuff off. The interesting part about it is because we're specifically playing like a mirror match in the sense that we have access to the same cards, this might be more live than we realize because we're probably going to be playing the best cards we pull, and that's going to mean that we're going to have similar card pools. So I'll probably play this just because it's pretty decent. I don't know what our tuner access looks like, but Laval Dual Slasher would be a sick card to go into if we can actually pull it off. We just need to have tuners and non-tuner fire monsters specifically that equal 5. And if that's the case, this is probably worth playing.
All right, pack number 11. We've got another Dual Slasher. We're full up on Watt Cobras. Don't need to see any more of those. Needle Sunfish is pretty good, again, because of Iceborne. Hoping to get a couple more copies of Iceborne and or some of the light rares that we can get. Pack 12, Copy Knight is funny. Wind Up Warrior is very good. Glad to see a copy of that as well. And there's our Road Nut. It's Road Nut. Behold, it is Road Nut. It gets nut counters. That's Road Nut.
Sergeant Electro for our ultra rare. This card's actually kind of sick. It makes it we can like ice back row essentially while he's face up. So it's like a sort of built-in Zing Zen Hu. The problem is he's only 1600, so he's not big. But if we can protect him, that's not terrible. That's a cool card.
Pack number 13, Evelsar Diplo. Probably not the ideal monster for us to get in that rare slot, but Ego Boost is very good. I think that's our third one, which was crucial. Pack 14, Gem Knight Emerald is our rare. Is this an 1800? I'm hoping it's an 1800. Oh yeah, Watt Cobra is a light monster. That's a good one. Oh yeah, it's an 1800. Look at that. Pack 15 will give us Baby Tyragon. Not ideal. A Champion's Vigilance is very funny. If we can stick Rabbit Dragon, this card will keep it on the board. Evelsar Pelta, the 2000 defender, I suppose. It does work with Evils, kind of. If we got a Logia, that would be sick. I genuinely don't know what we will do about Logia if Alex gets a Logia, by the way. I've just resigned myself that we are scooping the episode if he gets it.
Deep Dark Trap Hole is something I would really be excited to pull, but the problem is it only works on special summons. It doesn't work on normals. And so because of that, this card actually isn't that good. Senior Silver Ninja, however, though, I think is one of the stronger 1 tributes. When it's flipped face up, you can special summon any number of ninjas except Senior Silver Ninja from your hand or graveyard and face down defense, because that'd be too good. There can only be 1 face up Senior Silver Ninja. Honestly, 2300 attack, we'll take it.
Pack 18, Evelsar Volcano. We don't have an Xyz monster to go into, and so that's not great. We have 6 packs left. I've gotten 1 Wind Up Knight. We are really hoping to get multiple copies of Wind Up Knight and multiple Daybreak Knights, but that might not be in the cards for us, so to speak. But hey, we got another Road Nut.
Murmur of the Forest is actually a cool rare. It's a Book of Moon and a normal spell that also bounces all field spell cards on the field to the hand. That's irrelevant. I think we just want this because it's a Book of Moon, it's spell speed 1, so we can actually take out big threats. Hey, there's a good pull. It's a super rare Gem Turtle. The only thing good about this is that's a 2K defender, but honestly, we will take it.
Next pack, Photon Saber Tiger is an interesting one. This grabs us a Photon from the deck, but I don't think we have any Photons to grab unless we happen to get another Photon Saber Tiger. Wendy, there's Wind Up Kitten. Now that's an interesting one. This is something that we can kind of hold in our back pocket until we need it most. That's a pretty good card to pull. Not our ideal ultra rare, given that we have some pretty good dinosaur monsters to go into Logia, but I'll certainly take what I can get.
Okay, there's an actual playable Xyz monster. The problem is I don't know what the level 3s look like in this set. Giga Brilliant's pretty good though. 1800, it can buff the rest of our team. It's just a nice tool to have access to. So if we have a way to play this, we probably will. Another Murmur of the Forest is pretty sick, honestly. If Robert plays anything big, we will definitely have ways to take care of it.
Yo, it's Illuminite. This takes 3 level 4 monsters. Yeah, there's no way we are making this card. There's another Emerald, though, which is pretty decent, an 1800 attack one. Not the 1800 attack we would have preferred, but we'll take 1800 attack wherever we can get it. 22, a second Illuminite. Do you have any idea how many good ultra rares there are in this set? And none of them is this one. Hold up, Talon's Throws is a funny card, right? Contributing 2 normal monsters, neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters. There's something deeply unethical I can do with this card.
And there's Feng Wang from the season 1 of the Progression series, making his return once again in Sealed Showdown. I'm not really sure how strong this is for our series, but it's a 2100 tribute at the very least that just pops all the back row. Honestly, that's like not the worst.
All right, 2 packs left. Looking for something wild to close out with, or at least some of those wind-up rares. A Gem Knight Emerald, again, 1800 is pretty okay, and I now have 3 copies of that, so any names is fine. Monster Slots is actually a card I have been overlooking. So this targets a face-up monster you control and a monster in the graveyard with the same level. You banish the one from your graveyard and draw a card, and then you could special summon it if it's a monster with the same level, which is pretty solid. It's at least like bad Upstart Goblin, and I'll take that. Last pack. Come on. Show us something spicy. Black Ray Lancer. Okay, that's not one of the big Xyz monsters that we could get out of this one, but it is a super rare, and it is something we could theoretically summon. It requires 2 level 3 water monsters. We've got a few of those. Once per turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card to target a face-up monster on the field, negate its effects until the end phase. And honestly, what this is just for is getting us to a 2100. If there's a way for us to turbo this out, I'll be happy with it.
So in our few last packs here, Photon Shockwave, I feel like the problem is that there's not really like a cohesive game plan. The monster's attack stats in this set like are relatively low for the baseline, and I don't really have any good Xyz to funnel into, so it's going to be weird seeing what we come up with. I say that and then I just get a wind-up Knight. Evil Tile Westlow is pretty good, but the problem is I don't think I've pulled a single Evil Soar this entire time. I think I have plenty of the Evil Tiles, but he's a 1900 defender. Honestly, we might play him anyway. Happy to see the wind-up Knight, though. That's pretty good. Second to last pack, another Dual Slasher. Another Senior Silver Ninja is actually quite good. If Robert pulls Murmur of the Forest, Silver Ninja has 2200 defense, so he's going to be hard to clear even with a card like that. Let's see what we get in our final pack. Hopefully, we can get something that is going to just help us decide what we want to do, and Daybreaker is not going to be it. I think this completes our playset of Ego Boost if we didn't already have them, though, and that's going to be a very important card to have. So, we're going to have some difficulty building a deck this time around, guarantee it, but let's get into it.
This is a little bit suspect. This episode probably won't be as much of a banger as most of our recent ones have been. I guess this is a good deck. I've got some really cool tools to work with. I've got a lot to work with when it comes to Luminize specifically, namely my Walk Cobras I think trade really well given Luminize and Mirror Mail exist. I also have the ability to go into Black Ray Lancer with these 2 cards. So I think that that's pretty solid, and then from there, it's pretty much just summoning Lancelord and Senior Silver Ninja. Only getting the 2 copies of Ego Boost is a little bit rough, but I think I can work around it. I have a ridiculous side deck strategy strategy in the Evils, which I think are a little bit too sacky and bricky in order for me to run them. And then finally, Fiery Fervor. I'm not sure what Alex is going to be on. Wind Up Warrior is a little bit of a sus choice, and outside of that and things that focus around Luminize, I don't really expect to be up against that much that increases attack in a way that I can use this effectively, but we'll have to see when we get into game. I'm excited to see what Alex came up with because there is potentially some fun to be had in this set. Looking forward to it.
Holy crap, this is going to be an episode and a half. So the problem with this set is that there's way too many defenders and there's like no removal. So the plan is to play all the defenders and just hopefully tribute summon guys before Robert does, and then we just probably win the game. There is like a few ways we can remove things, but it's just so awkward. So it's going to be a weird episode. I'm kind of excited, but I'm also kind of dreading it. So let's just get into it. So we have 3 Creepy Coney. This is just a 1900 defender. DD Telepon is an 1800 defender. The best guys you can normal summon in this set that stay around are 1800 at most, I think, because it's like Wind Up Knight. Then there's like Tribe Shocking Virus, like Sergeant Electro, and like Daybreaker, but the rest of these are just awful. So 1800 defense is good enough to withstand most things. Then we also have Daybreaker because he's 1700. Light is also relevant. We'll talk about that in a second. Westlow's 19, and we can't use the effect because we didn't pull a single Evil Sore. And then we're playing like almost every single tribute summonable monster that we pulled. So I actually kind of like Feng Wang. It does set us back a lot on tempo, but if Robert's playing a bunch of this garbage, like all these traps that I'm playing and like stuff like Mirror Mail in the main deck and all this, Feng Wang can just annihilate it all, and that way we know that our guys are going to stay around because the traps are like realistically the only way, I guess Ego Boost as well, that we're going to lose our tribute guys. So Feng Wang can sort of like clear the field and then we just build back up again, assuming we have more time to do that. And then I'm not ironically playing 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon just because it's gigantic. The reason for this is because even if you Ego Boost a Wind Up Knight, it's not big enough to get over this. So I think this card is like genuinely pretty good in this set. I think the 1 tributes are a little bit lower investment in case they get killed, but there's not that much removal that I think this card is fine. Like Murmur of the Forest, this thing is 2500 defense. You really can't Ego Boost unless you normal Laval Lance Lord and Ego Boost that, which I guess that works, sure. But I think this also has like an ability that you can like banish stuff out, so you could actually probably protect this anyway. But we'll see. That requires me to read cards. I just see that this is a 3k2 tribute, and that's all that matters. Gem Turtle's a 2k defender. Junk Defender's a 21 defender. Laval Lancelord is a 21 normal summon that dies at the end of the turn. So this is basically Exiled Force that uses the battle phase. I like this because we can actually clear defenders with this. And so if we do have like pressure, this is a way we can sort of actually kind of like clear up the field a bit. But this card's kind of bad in all honesty. But also this plus Ego Boost gets over a lot of things. Triple Rye Rider. Now this card is like weird, but I need more lights because of some of the light synergies in my deck. So we'll talk about that in a bit. 2 Senior Silver Ninja. This is like the best tribute we have because it's 23. We have Sergeant Electro, which can actually ice back row, and that's pretty good because there's just annoying stuff that we have to deal with. And although he won't maybe stick around for that long, if we can connect with him, that's probably good enough. Tribe Shocking Virus. I mean, Robert's probably playing all the same cards I am, so this card might actually be pretty good. And 2 Wind Up Knights because we actually pulled them. So that's it for the monsters. The spells, we have Triple Ego Boost, which is just a battle trick. Murmur of the Forest is a slow Book of Moon, but honestly, that's good enough. And 2 Photon Lead. So this is why I need the Rye Riders, because this just specials a level 4 light from my hand, which with all the tributes that I have means that I can just sack it off and summon something at the cost of an extra card, and that's perfectly fine for Sealed Showdown. Then the traps. Fiery Fervor is a way to sort of beat a lot of the weird stuff like Ego Boost, like Mirror Mail, and all these other things. So I like having this in here. Heartfelt Appeal is actually, I think, an incredibly underrated card because we could take control of something like a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or a Senior Silver Ninja, then sack it on our turn for our own because we keep the monster until our next end phase, which is actually really insane. And then not to mention, Luminize works similarly till the end of the next end phase. And I like Luminize over something like Mirror Mail because Mirror Mail turns any battle into a -1 for you, even though you clear their monster, where Luminize actually gives you the opportunity to kill the monster and keep your own. So it's weird because there aren't many good lights. The only good lights are Daybreaker and Wind Up Knight. Funny enough, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is too. But Rye Rider would just get the attack of whatever's just negating, and then Rye Rider can hit over it. Even though his attack will go back down, at least we can kill whatever the threat is. So I think this card's actually like not terrible, but we'll see. I mean, I have Mirror Mails in case this card's actually awful. The side deck, we've got AAA Traffic Control, a Photon Lead if we want to go all in on this. 3 Damage Diet. I think this card's ass, but you know, it's good enough for this series. Deep Dark Trap Hole in case Robert Robert's on anything where this is actually relevant, but he'd have to special summon it, so it's not too likely. Icy Crevasse may come up, but I just don't think it's good enough. Luminize if we want to go all in on this, and Triple Mirror Mail. I think this card is okay, but I just don't like that you take neg-1s to kill things. That just doesn't seem very efficient. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm also playing Giga Brilliant, which actually can come up. There's a lot of level 3 defenders, and so being able to convert those into offense is actually quite good, especially when it's 2100 that could hit over a lot of things. Like, we could realistically just set Creepy Coney, like special junk defender or something, right? And then just normal or overlay for Giga Brilliant, and then if we normal summon anything, Giga Brilliant pumps the whole team, and that puts us in a very advantageous position. So hopefully that's the case. Let's not make you guys wait any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to duel. Robert, usually you and I find some silver lining. This, oh my god. I am getting I'm getting Aster Phoenix vibes from this set.
This one's rough. Yeah, you are right to reference Aster Phoenix, because the problem there was that there were too many defensive tools and not enough offensive tools. Fortunately, I feel like the defensive tools in this one actually accomplish something on the board state, but other than that, not a lot to work with.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let's shout the patron. It is Ammonite. Thank you for the support. Alien Ammonite, perhaps? We'll have to see. All right. My die is still crushing you on all fronts, so I am happy to see that. Let's see. Nice 4-card extra deck. Admittedly, I think I could have had more cards in my extra deck, but they shockingly, they're all bad.
I'm running what I can, I'll tell you that.
I bet. All right, I'll draw. Best of luck, buddy. Main phase 1. I know this is going to shock you. I'm going to set a monster.
Ooh.
And I'm going to set a back row, and I'm going to pass.
All right, draw for turn. Let's see what we can accomplish here. You know what? I am going to make a bold move. I'm going to normal summon a monster. And the monster I will be normal summoning is What Cobra.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you know what? That is a normal summonable monster. That is fine.
I will attack directly.
I will take 1,000 damage. Would you like to activate Wat Cobra?
I would love to activate Wat Cobra.
Okay, it's funny because it's mandatory, so you actually don't have a choice. That was a trick question.
That's, you know, I still love to activate Wat Cobra. Main phase 2, I'm just going to throw down 3 and pass to you.
You went +1, buddy. It's insane.
I did. It's actually cracked.
All right, you ready for me to blow your fucking mind?
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice DD Telepon for Fenghua.
No! No! Of all the cards that could have been.
Bye-bye! 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 And you know what else goes bye-bye? Your Wat Cobra. So long, buddy!
That's okay. That's okay. I have the tempo advantage now.
That is true. That is very true. I will set one, and in the end phase, this goes back to my hand, but I just went +4, so I'm fine with it. Go ahead.
That's true. +4 you think you went. I will summon I'm not going to summon Wat Cobra this time. I'm going to normal summon Wind Up Knight.
Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe this is an exciting episode. That Wind Up Knight is fine.
All right, I am going to go for a monster slots here. We'll target Wind Up Knight, and we will banish Wat Cobra from my graveyard.
Whiff, 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 whiff.
Sure, we'll take it face down. All right, and banish top. Ooh, okay, that's a pretty good card anyway. I'll take it to my hand.
Monster Slots is such a weird card. It's basically Upstart Goblin.
It is, but it's like the world's slowest Upstart Goblin. That's potentially also like Goblinberg? Not sure about it.
It's a strange card.
All right, your go.
Took the 18. I will draw, and I have cards now that you are aware of.
I tell you.
Let's see. I think I'm just going to pass. Go ahead.
Okay, draw for turn. Honestly, keep up our pressure. I'll normal summon our Lava Lancelord that we got last turn.
Sure.
Battle phase, I will swing in.
It is DD Telepon. It's
oh
gone.
God, I didn't totally misread the situation. That's still pretty good.
Take 18.
And then main phase 2, I will Fenglong Man. I'll set a back row. Let's go. All right, end phase, we will send Lancelord, and unfortunately, Wat Cobra is not a fire monster.
Yeah, Lancelot's interesting. He's sort of like, funny enough, that doesn't work that way because he sends himself to the grave. He doesn't destroy himself.
Oh, he doesn't destroy himself.
Yep,
That's
he does not
hilarious.
trigger his own effect. You think that we have good cards? He's like Exiled Force, but if you lose your battle phase, essentially.
Yes.
That's like what I've been comparing it to. Okay. I'll be honest, Wind Up Knight's kind of a problem. So I am going to have to find a way to eventually deal with this. And I think I have that solution. I will normal summon Sergeant Electro.
Yo!
Not a bad pull, right?
That's perfectly good. Yeah, that's one of the best pulls for the sneak peek.
We're going to activate and target your set card.
Okay. My back row will not be used.
I will activate Murmur of the Forest to turn your Wind Up Knight face down.
Man,
And,
imagine having good cards. What the hell?
We'll attack.
There goes my wind-up knight.
Correct. You do not get to use the effect because he's no longer face up. Second main, man, I'm feeling fucking fantastic over here.
I'm sure you
Sergeant Electro. I'll just pass.
All right, draw for turn. Oh, that's hilarious. Main phase 1, normal summon Lava Lancelot.
There he is. Okay.
Get on in.
I'll ego boost on attack deck.
Oh, of course you have that too. Yeah, well, we did our best, I guess. I will take the 500 here.
5, yeah. It sucks because, like, you were going to attack and you're going to lose the Lancelot anyway. But
yeah,
but I kind of want to keep Sergeant Electro.
You get to keep Sergeant Electro.
I mean, he's electrifying. 16. All right, second main, I'll just throw another one down. Okay. And, yeah, where do you?
All right, draw for turn.
I know you have Watt Cobra.
You do know I have Watt Cobra. That's a surprise.
We'll go to main phase 1.
Help
so
us later.
The chances of me getting over your set monster are basically 0. But I feel like we have to try anyway, so that we will do. Let's see what we're working with.
Turtle.
Yeah, figured. Super rare. Nice one. I'll take 4.
I mean, as super rares go, I think I would have preferred the Feng Long.
Sure. I'll set 1 and pass to you.
Draw for turn. That's an annoying card to have drawn just now. Let's normal summon Gem Knight Emerald.
What rarity was this?
It's a rare.
It's a rare? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That may reveal something about my deck. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll attack into Sergeant Electro.
I will ego boost again.
I will take
800.
800 here.
It's going well. It's going well.
Yeah, it is going for sure. I'll pass turn.
Okay. We'll draw. Buddy, you know it's coming. Bring on the Feng Wall.
Junk Defender. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, it is a Copy Knight.
Copy Knight. Okay, so we're going to get some damage in. So we'll get over the Gem Turtle.
There it goes.
And then 16 for the Sergeant Electro.
Yep.
Second main, I will set a card, and unfortunately, I do not have Spiritual Energy Settle Machine, so I will pass the turn.
All right, draw for turn.
If anyone actually knows what that card does, I will be shocked. Would you like to try for the 3rd ego boost, Robert?
I will not try for the 3rd ego boost. Instead, I'm just going to normal summon a Watt Cobra.
Sure, it's fine.
Battle phase, I'll attack directly.
Would you like to add a Watt monster from your deck to your hand?
I will add a Watt monster.
Okay, card advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. They're like gadgets, except like the world's worst gadgets.
That's exactly true. I'll pass turn.
We'll draw. I cannot draw a monster to save my goddamn life. I will attack into your Watt Cobra.
I'll take 600, yeah.
Okay, at this rate, you're winning this race, which I don't like. I will just throw another one down. Go ahead.
Why do you have so much back row?
Remember that game where you complained how like 27 cards in your deck are monsters? I feel like I'm you right now.
That's like definitely the 3rd ego boost, right?
You don't know that. What? Okay, think of the probability. I have 27 cards left in deck, and 2 of them are already gone.
I think we have to try for it. Let's normal summon Tribe Shocking Virus. Battle phase. Attack.
On attack declaration.
Yep, that's that. I had to make the play to win, not the play not to lose, and you just so happen to have every single copy of Ego Boost in your deck.
Woo! It's kind of a god
A
combo.
little bit of a god combo, not gonna lie. Also, what's a god combo is any card plus all 3 copies of Ego Boost in your deck. I'll go first.
It's like unbeatable. See what you got, buddy. Oh, this is an interesting hand.
Okay. Pretty good one, to be honest. Let's go just normal summon Gem Knight Emerald. And
Seems
I'll
good to me.
set a single card to my back row and pass the turn to you.
All right, we'll draw. Let's normal a Wind-Up Knight.
That's a pretty good card.
And I will set 2 cards to my back row and throw it to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. Yeah, I think that we try for this. I will normal summon a second Gem Knight Emerald. Okay, let's go to battle. I'll attack.
I am going to Luminize.
Okay, that is a little bit of an issue. I will not lie.
So I will target your emerald to negate its attack, and then I will gain the attack of your emerald until my next end phase, putting my Wind-Up Knight to 3,600.
Big guy. Main phase 2, I will set 2 back row and pass the turn.
Does not fear Feng Wong.
I mean, if you want to throw away your gigantic Wind-Up Knight, be my guest.
He says throw away. We will go to battle.
Yes.
I will try to take out an emerald.
I will take 18.
Okay. Second main, I'll just run out another Wind-Up Knight and pass
God damn, man. Oh my god. Okay.
Just the toy factory.
Let's normal summon out a Wind-Up Knight of my own.
Okay.
And I am also going to activate from my back row a copy of Copy Knight.
Okay, so that'll give you a dude.
It does give me a dude in defense.
And it's an
position.
1800 dude.
Or is it an 18? Let's see.
Just same name and level, actually.
Level. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very funny. If you have a second Luminize, I lose, but from this position, I lose anyway, and I have to try for this. I'll overlay 3.
Oh my god.
We're going for a Luminite.
Holy shit, he's going for it. Yeah.
This card is terrible, and this is a terrible play, but I was in a really terrible position one way or another with this field that I have, and so I'm going to try for it. I will...
Buddy, you forgot to send a card from the hand to the
yeah,
graveyard
I will send the Senior Silver Ninja I had in
Excellent.
hand. Let's try for it. I'm going to go to battle phase, and we're just going to hope that you don't have that Luminize in your back row right now.
I will use the Wind-Up Knight.
Okay, that makes sense to me. And it is your go on that note.
Interesting. I can't believe I actually get to do this, but I'm kind of down.
Okay.
I will tribute Wind-Up Knight and Wind-Up Knight for Galaxy Eyes Photon Shockwave.
No way!
Battle?
Oh, jeezy crazy. Yeah.
I'm going to attack and activate Photon Dragon.
Yep, that banishes both of them.
That it does. That it does. Okay. Then I will go to the end of the battle phase. Our monsters return. And now my Photon Dragon gets 500 attack for each material your monster had when it was banished, and I count 2. So my Photon Dragon is now a 4,000 attack monster.
That it is.
And I will pass to you.
Draw for turn. I'm sure there's something in my deck that can play against this. I'll just pass turn like this.
I'll draw. All right. So now the only problem is I have to fear whatever potential back row you have, which I know you have several. There's only a few that really do something in this situation. You would need double ego boost to clear me right now.
And whoever draws double ego boost.
Yeah, right? Battle.
Much less triple ego boost.
Attack. No effect.
Yeah, you got me.
Okay, so you take 16. Second main. Guess I could have kept going if I actually thought I was going to connect, but I didn't think I was going to, I'll be honest. I'll set one, and I'll chuck it back.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay, I think that's actually genuinely the plan. We're going to normal summon Lava Lancelord. I'm going to monster slots. We have a Silver Ninja
All
in
right.
the graveyard.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we
It
got.
works.
Needle Sunfish
Okay.
is not a terrible one given my circumstances.
Yes, I put my Photon Dragon down to 35. Much more, much more easy to deal with.
Go
at
to
that
battle
number, at
phase
that
and I'll
number.
attack into your face down.
It is Rye Rider.
Oh, excellent. My Lava Lancelord can no longer attack.
So is it like, is it just permanent? It just can't attack even if Rye Rider dies?
Correct.
Or does like Rye Rider have to stay face up?
Nope, it is while the monster that it battled is face up on that.
That's what I thought. It's just I couldn't like confirm a ruling on that, but okay. This card's slightly better than I thought. All right, I draw. So what I'm worried about now is there's a little card in here that really punishes you for attacking directly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet you don't. So is it if you take any direct attack, you can activate it and then you gain control of the monster with the highest defense? Is that how it works?
Are we talking about Heartfelt Appeal?
So I feel like I am in a risky mood and I'm going to go for the Sergeant Electro 50-50. If you have both, then I just lose immediately.
Well, we'll see.
But can I activate?
That is fine.
Okay. We're going to roll. I'm going to freeze this one.
Okay.
Battle. It's correct to hit first with Photon because he's 4,000.
I'll take the 4,000 and you hit the wrong one. It's Heartfelt Appeal time. Let's go.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine.
He's mine.
You're down to 600, so I mean, there's that at least. It does not. So his effects are negated with Heartfelt Appeal.
That is correct. Effects are negated.
So you're back down to 3,000, actually.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I think I am just going to have to pass the turn.
Okay. Draw for turn. Now, unfortunately, I am not allowed to attack with this. But I can tribute it for my second senior
That's
Silver
true.
Ninja.
That is true.
And we will go monster slots again.
Yeah, you got the sixes. It's
yeah.
working.
Gonna banish our Lava Lancelord. Let's see what we can get. That's not a good
Okay.
card under these circumstances.
Yeah,
but
the fact you have 600 life really limits how good that card is.
God, I don't like this, but I do think I have to pass here.
Interesting. He's just going to pass. Okay. Main one. I think I need to put the pressure on you. So I'm going to sack the Electro for my own senior Silver Ninja.
Ooh, that is pressure. Okay.
Battle. Attack.
Anything on attack declaration?
I do not. I would pass priority. Do you have anything on attack
I
declaration?
do. It's ego boost.
Damage step.
What do you have in damage?
Fiery Fervor.
Holy shit. I have been owned. Oh my god.
Yeah!
I think the worst part of that is if I had just let that go, I had Needle Sunfish into Shark Stickers into Black Ray Lancer on the next turn, and I would have been perfectly fine for another turn.
Probably.
In those
Yeah,
circumstances, I mean, in these circumstances, I'm like pretty boned no matter what, but yeah, that probably would have done it. Fiery
Oh
Fervor
my
is a
God.
hell of a tech. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't play it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I figured there's so many things that modify, not so many things, but there's several things that modify attack values, with Ego Boost especially being the best one that does it. Fiery Fervor ensures you always beat Ego Boost if you have it. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to play this, was because it assumes you pull Ego Boost, right? If you don't, then I just take
To be fair,
this out.
I got 2 of them.
Okay, yeah, to be fair. But there are some instances too, like with my Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. If Heartfelt Appeal did not negate the effects, I could have ran Sergeant Electro into my own monster and actually, no, I would have died because it's not big enough. But there are some other things in the set that modify attack value. Is my Mirror Mail is another one it beats as well, because Mirror Mail is also on attack deck.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about Mirror Mail. That's a very,
Yeah.
very good point. So I had
Yeah.
it in my side deck because I figured, like, if I saw you on Wind Up Warrior, I would try for it.
That's another one. Yep.
But I didn't see you on Wind Up Warrior. I saw the Ego Boost, but I didn't think about Mirror Mail because that is indeed on attack deck. Yeah, that card is very
Yeah.
good, and I didn't think about it.
I also wasn't even on Mirror Mail at all because I didn't like that Mirror Mail is basically a -1 just to get one of your opponent's monsters off the field. Like, it just felt bad. And I felt that cards like Luminize, even though I have less targets for them, where Mirror Mail is more generic, Luminize actually is more proactive in that sense. So I actually just opted to delegate Mirror Mails to the side in case I was wrong. And maybe I am. Like, still a -1 is fine, but I don't know. I feel like you need to have something better than that.
That's fair. I think that Mirror Mail, so I ended up running the Watt Cobra because I think Mirror Mail and Luminize both make the math for Watt Cobra really, really positive.
Yeah. I only pulled one Watt Cobra, otherwise I would have been on Watt Cobra as well. That's why I played the stupid Rye Rider. Because it's like, I mean, he's fine, but I think Watt Cobra's a lot better for like what that slot's trying to do.
For sure. I feel like we're getting distracted from Sergeant Electro, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Feng Wong Double Wind-Up Knight, and Murmur of the Forest.
Buddy, it gets better. I got another Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Oh, excellent. Good. My holos were 2 copies of Illuminite and Black Ray Lancer.
Excellent, excellent. I also got my own Gem Turtle, and I also, in the extra deck, got a Giga Brilliant, which I didn't get to summon.
Oh, that card's nuts. Yeah, that's a really good one.
A lot of the defenders are level 3, so you can just overlay into Giga Brilliant. And if I just have this and like a Wind-Up Knight or something, they both go to 21. Oh, good luck beating that. So Giga Brilliant's another thing that Fiery Fervor beats too. So like the more I thought about it, I didn't know what you were going to pull. But it just seemed like this card just always wins in combat where there's like stat modification. And in Sealed, that happens a lot. So I figured it was like not a terrible card.
That's
aside from that, though, I got the full set of Ego Boosts. I was also on... I don't think there's anything else like too crazy. I'll just like mill out my deck. I got 2 Murmur of the Forest, which is pretty good.
Really good.
I'll be honest.
I didn't get any of that.
It is a rare, so I'm not surprised you didn't get any, knowing your luck. But the rest of my deck I was playing a lot of tributes because my plan was to just have a defender and then sack it for a tribute, and that's just like how you win the game most of the time. Let's see what you were working with over here.
Oh, Westlow, nice. So my
Westlow with no target. Woo!
My cheese side deck strategy was Evil Tiles because the Evil Trap card in this set is really good with the level 1 Evil Tile. Because it summons the level 1 Evotile from their graveyard, forces your opponent to attack into it, and then that Evotile floats into an Evilsar, which could be, I had a Volcano, I had 2 Diplos and a Pelta. So the plan is you set the level 1 Evotile after you've done something with your Pelta and stuff. And then you basically get infinite free monsters from your graveyard and negate attacks in the process. But I decided with the low number of Evils that I actually got that it probably wasn't worthwhile.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the Evil Swords, not a single one.
Oh,
so
wow.
as soon as I read that card, I really wanted to go down that strat, but they're rares, aren't they, at least?
Yeah, they are all rares.
Yeah. So I didn't pull a single one. I got my Murmur of the Forest instead, I guess. So it's still neat, though, that we had like some differences in our strategies. Black Ray Lancer is nothing to scoff at either. He's kind of a beast.
For sure. It doesn't help that you have to get like a 2-card combo of 2 cards that you only get 3 of. And so I saw one part of it both games until I saw that Needle Sunfish. But it was a pretty sick strategy. I possibly could have pulled it back if it were, I mean, looking at your hand, I probably would not have. But Fiery Fervor was pretty nuts there.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Play Madolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark Part 2, The Synchro Guy, Dan the Manhoban, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic, Jordan Coods, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Dylan Hunter, Little Fade Leaf, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Indian Taisho, Thanks for the Sleeves Dad, Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Luabon, Yodabon, Eater of Crayons, Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Simping for Simo, Cheeks McLafferty, Dalton, Stolfin Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBD canceled by all community soon, canceled by all committee soon, canceled by all players soon, Yus, Unis the Bus, Shrugzix, the Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.